Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Sydney, and I see that I have some new subscribers, so thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I am assuming you guys liked the last Life of Sid video, and I will have some more coming up quarantine style because we cannot leave the house. I just want to start off by saying I hope everyone is being safe. The coronavirus is seriously a scary thing. I do work at CNN, for you guys that do not know, and I am still working. We're taking the necessary precautions, and I'm not working as many hours, but it really does put into perspective kind of the urgency of this virus. We talked to a bunch of different families, and it really is sad, but I'm just here to say we will get through this, we will come out on the other side, and we'll be able to go back outside. So, as you guys can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my Accutane journey and how I cleared my skin up in about 6 months and some change. And I figured since most of us are under a stay-at-home advisory, I would film some content for you guys. So without further ado, if you guys would like to see some before and after pictures as well as hear my testament to Accutane, then please keep watching. Guys, I'm first going to start off by saying that I was on Accutane for about 6 months and some changes I previously stated earlier, and I chose to do Accutane for a couple of different reasons. I have had pretty much on and off acne for maybe since I was in middle school, like probably a bunch of you guys have, and it wasn't as bad. I always had chest and back acne. I wore this shirt just so you guys can see. My chest is very, very clear. My back is clear. I'll also insert photos here for you guys. But I was never advised to get on Accutane to deal with it. I was given creams, I was given washes, I was given pills, but not an Accutane pill. I was given something called spironolactone, which is a different type of drug it's not proven to help acne. It does, but it's only a temporary fix. So it came back, and I was very self-conscious about it. I don't have a lot of photos, and if I do have photos of my back and shoulders and chest, then it's unintentional, and it was definitely edited out of photos, which I never do, but for that I did. I've been going to my dermatologist for about maybe 2.5 years, and I came to her and I was just at a point where I felt like I was defeated. My skin almost looked like it had cystic acne, and I've never dealt with that type of acne before. My chest and my arms were breaking out. I wasn't sure what was going on. So I went to her and she said, Sydney, it's time to go on Accutane. Now, Accutane is no longer around. It's called something different. We still refer to it as it's Accutane, but the medicine is called Accutane. Still same type of medicine. It is a retinoid. It's like a retin A that you would put on your skin, except it's in pill form. The pill is processed through your liver. So I don't drink, but it's not really advised to drink on this drug. As you know, alcohol is processed through your liver as well. I had heard about Accutane. I mean, I'd read people who took it, but I wasn't too familiar with it. But I'm not a big pill taker, so I was a little on edge. I will barely take an Advil. So I was like, I don't know, but at that point I felt like if that was the only other option, that I would need to try it and see how it goes. So I did a little bit of my research after the consultation I had with her, and I had already gone through the process. So the process to get on Accutane is you have to get blood work, and then you also have to do a pee test, and this is for girls only. Girls, you guys cannot be pregnant. They do advise that you're on birth control for the amount of time that you are on Accutane. I am against birth control personally for me, and I've never been on it, and I don't plan on ever getting on it. But or you have to use abstinence, and condoms is the other form of contraception to not get. So you do have to do that, and once it comes back clear, it takes about a month for you to get into the system. There are questions and things that you have to ask every month. I had to go every month for a pregnancy test to get my new dosage. So I wrote down a couple of notes here just so I can stay on track and not make this a long video. You guys are probably wondering what I started out with. So I started out on 40 milligrams, and I was on that for 2 months. So the pills are They look like just capsules. I hate that I don't have a photo for you guys. Maybe I'll find one I can insert here. And they're very easy to take. They come in a box, and all over the box it says, do not get pregnant, do not get pregnant. It will cause severe birth defects. Basically, there's a bunch of different brands. I was on 2 different brands while I was on it, and then I stuck with one the rest. So I was on Moriacin and then Clarivis. So Clarivis is the one that I took the rest of my time. It all depends on what your pharmacy has available, but they all do the same thing, and I didn't get any adverse reactions to either one. So I was on 40 milligrams for 2 months, and I took 1 pill every day. And you don't have to take it with food. I always take medicine with food just because I kind of have a sensitive stomach. And then on the second month, I went to, or the 3rd month, I went to 60 milligrams, which is 2 30-day pills. So I took 2 pills a day. So I would say I started noticing results. I tried to take and document as many photos as I could. I started taking it in August. I went to her in July for the consultation, and then I started the pills in August. So I would say probably maybe September, October is when I started to see it clear up. A lot of people, if you guys have done research on this, you hear something called a purge phase. I personally did not go through that. My skin, to me, the purge was as bad as it had looked then, and it didn't get worse from there. It only got better. Personally speaking, for me, I don't know. I know for some people it's not like that. So I did not go through a purge phase. It just kind of stayed like that for like a month and a half, and then towards October, I started to see it kind of clearing up. And then on the next 2 months, I did 80 milligrams, which is 40 milligrams twice a day. And same thing, I took that morning and evening. You can take them at the same time. I just didn't because I just felt like it was gonna be too much. So depending on your insurance is gonna depend on how much it costs. For me, my copay was $25. Now, a lot of people do not finish this medication. If you don't finish the medication, the acne is going to come back. The medicine is expensive. I don't know exactly off top what the market value is for it, but I will say that I think it ranges somewhere between $400 and $500 if you do not have insurance, which sucks. That brings me to the side effects. A lot of people ask me all the time, Sid, did you have side effects? People say it makes you depressed, you lose your hair. No, I didn't have any of that. I think, to me, the depressive side effect is something that you've already been dealing with from having acne. Most people said that they weren't depressed once they finished the medication for obvious reasons, that you no longer have acne. The common most side effect that I got would probably be my hands. My hands were so dry, you guys, throughout the whole time. Like, it would come in waves. So once I finished the dosage and I started a new one, my hands would get back to cracking. Towards the end, it would go away. It literally looks, my hands look normal now, but at the time, and I'll enter the clip here, at the time it looked horrible. Like, it would hurt to even put hand sanitizer on it. Just imagine it, you having a bunch of paper cuts all over your hand. That's literally what it felt like. And then I also had, I'm not exactly sure what this is called, but I did have some, as you guys can see, some discoloration on my arms here. It'll probably eventually go away once I get off the medicine. They were mostly from my skin being dry. So my face wasn't dry, it was more like my body was dry. Like, I had to keep putting lotion on and oils, and like, it was never enough. But my face for some reason was never dry. And I do have to say, if you guys have seen my skincare videos, I have to attribute my skin not being dry to Kiehl's. I really think I do. I use the same 3 products: sunscreen, moisturizer, and my face wash. And I continue to do so, and my skin is still the same. And I just think the glycerin, whatever's in Kiehl's, whatever they put in it, just kept my skin hydrated. It didn't peel. When I first started off, it was, my skin was very raw. So I started in August, and I don't know if you guys know, in August I took a trip to St. Lucia. It was a family trip. And I remember telling Dr. Brown, and I will also link her information in the description, you guys, and on this video as well, so you guys can definitely see her if you are interested, and let her know that I sent you. But I told her I didn't want to start because I was afraid that on vacation I was going to get a weird side effect, and my skin was gonna be too sensitive, and she was like, no, you have to start it now. She didn't give me a choice. So I listened and I started it, and I probably should have listened a little bit more because I was so sunburned. It makes you very, very sensitive to the sun. And I thought I put enough sunscreen on, and I'm really big on tanning, but I didn't put, I think I put too much tanning oil on and not enough sunscreen. So I, needless to say, was very sunburned. I will insert a clip here. I literally look like a lobster on top of my skin being raw, and then I did not put chapstick on that had SPF in it. And you guys, my lips were blistered. Like when I tell you, I couldn't even feel my lips drinking water. And it just really was, starting out, you're gonna notice your skin's going through some changes. You're gonna be frustrated with it. All I would say is just to be patient, because I don't wanna say I was discouraged, but it was like, it didn't get better. And I had just started in August. Obviously it wasn't gonna get better, but it seemed like it was getting worse, but it wasn't. It's the medicine coming in, trying to clear your skin up. Like I said, your skin is very sensitive, so that means no waxing. You cannot do laser. And I mean, the waxing part kind of got me because I do kind of get waxed, but I was able to obviously manage it for obvious reasons. Like I'd rather much have clear skin over that. I would say I stayed on Accutane, so it's from August to about February, around my birthday is when I was off of it. And I was on it like a couple of weeks more than what Dr. Brown said. My skin was fine, but she said, why don't you just go ahead and finish the pills? It's not gonna hurt. And it's all based on calculations. I don't know exactly what these calculations are, guys, but it is based on your weight. The dosage is based on your weight, and it's based on what your body can tolerate. I didn't have any, people said joint pain, back pain. I didn't have any headaches. Really the only thing was dryness, and it was my lips. Like my lips were always dry, but I was able to manage that pretty well. I would say, if you guys are on Accutane right now, or if you're looking to get on it, I would carry around Aquaphor. I just kept putting that on my lips and putting on my lips and putting on my lips, and it just really helped as far as you will get cracks on the side of your lips will crack here, and it doesn't matter. It's not from you not drinking enough water. It's just from the medicine. The medicine really dries your skin out. It's drying everything up. It does also clear up spots. So I did have a lot of dark marks that were from just previous picking and previous bumps, and my skin just being overall bad. And as you guys can see now, there's no dark marks. And it's interesting because I have a lot of, like, maybe I just never noticed, but I have a lot of beauty marks now, almost like freckles, but not, they're kind of more sporadic on my face. So it does clear up dark marks. I know a lot of people were curious as to, you know, it clears up acne, but does it clear up dark marks? Now, like I said, I stopped taking this, you guys, in February. It's now April. So I waited a month, and my dermatologist suggested that I do a chemical peel. Now, most people who do chemical peels after Accutane, it's for texturizing of the skin. Fortunately enough, I did not have any texture on my skin. It pretty much smoothed itself out, but I said, hey, you know what? I guess it won't hurt. I've never done a chemical peel. So she told me that I had to wait a month after I got off the pill to start on a chemical peel, just because your skin cells, when you're on Accutane, do not develop as rapidly as they do when you're not on it. And so my skin wouldn't have shed. So it obviously would have defeated the purpose. So I went ahead and got a chemical peel, and it is now fully, my skin is fully peeled. It peeled a little bit. I wouldn't say it was overly peeled, but I did get the least aggressive peel. And the esthetician recommended that, who was also my dermatologist, recommended that just because I had just gotten off of it and I didn't want to do anything that was going to irritate my skin. It did peel a little bit around the mouth. My skin does seem, they always say it seems more like glowy and more alive. So I will say that my skin does overly look and feel like a lot more smooth. And I will go back in 4 weeks. Now, I don't know, obviously now what's happening because of the virus, but I have an appointment scheduled in 4 weeks to go back and have her take a look. I don't know if I'll be getting another one. But if you guys do want me to film that, I would be more than happy to do so. And I I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to get that out the way. I wanted to make sure it's been maybe a couple months, weeks after I got off the pill, because it takes about a month for it to get out of your system. And so most people who are on this pill, their skin stays like this for 10 years, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that mine stays like this forever. Other people, they have to do a second round. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but they do have to do a second round. And basically what it's done to your skin is it manipulates your oil glands to not produce as much sebum, which is oil. And so it's nice to know that I can wear makeup now and not have to blot my face 15,000 times a day because my nose is oily or my forehead is oily. So I will say that is a plus side. It's almost scary though that my skin is this clear, because it's never been this clear in my life, probably since I was 10. And I refuse to just try, like, I'll use the same face mask or I'll use the same wash. Like, I don't think I'll ever venture out and start trying a bunch of different skincare, because I truly do not know what broke my skin out, but it wasn't good. Okay guys, so I think that is all the questions. So I will leave on this note. I would recommend this to anyone that is dealing with acne and who has virtually tried everything. I would try this. If your body cannot handle it, then I would get off of it. But I would really say, you guys, don't be afraid by the reviews that you see, by people that say that they had a bad experience. Everyone's experience is not the same. I would take a risk. I was very nervous and I literally had the common side effects, nothing crazy. So I would definitely recommend, and I mean, people start on this at 14. So my dermatologist deems it very safe. She said she would never give this to her niece, who was like a daughter to her, if it would harm her. I will insert clips here. But without further ado, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I have some more videos coming that I will be filming soon. And if you have any suggestions, or if you want to see anything, have any more questions that I did not answer, feel free to DM me on Instagram, which is here, or you guys can comment below on this video. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, of course. And until the next time.